Okay, I want to do a quick little project, and I mean little, this is going to be this size. And I got this paper, and I believe I put it in my mixed media page. It's some scrapbook paper. They're only 8 by 8 inches. And they're really pretty. They're these old pieces of wood. You get, I believe, 2 of each design. And I thought it would be pretty to use. But I don't want to use it yet. So what I'm going to do is I really like the cover. So I'm going to use the cover, which is nice because I can still see where it's from on the back. So I'm going to use the cover. I want to see. Right here at the seam if I can get it to separate. I'm going to use the cover of the book because it looks cool. And we're going to build a project right on that. I might have to cut it. And I'm not going to go with coloring, I don't think, on this, other than maybe some white elements. I'm going to really just use papers, you know, scrapbooking papers and fabrics. And I don't know, we'll see what I can come up with, because it's 9:36 p.m. and I just feel like it. I'm trying to cut this straight, but it's quite hard, especially now that I'm getting into the middle. I don't want to cut the other pages. I might have to straighten this edge up a little bit. Yes, got it. Okay. So, do I have my little... See, I just want to straighten it, but straighten it up a little bit, but just a little bit. Okay, that should work. So we're going to build it right on here. And after, I may glue this whole thing down to a piece of cardboard, but for now, this is what I'm going to go on. And I think I'm going to use a combination of hot glue and gel medium, just because I feel like gel medium holds better longer, but hot glue gives you an immediate hold. And I have a couple different things here. So I have some paper that I think I'll release the paper video before I release this. But I have some eco-dyed paper that I dyed with coffee and tea. Eco-friendly. Used coffee and tea bags, so I'm going to use that. I also have a dry wet wipe that must have alcohol ink on it. So I'm going to reuse that. So keep your wet wipes. If they look like this, keep them. So I'm going to use that. I also have from Tim Holtz, he makes these vellum sheets. So I have one of these, and vellum is like a see-through material. I also have, that I just dropped, a piece of scrapbooking paper, which all of this is on my mixed media in my Amazon ambassador page. I have a piece of fabric, just fabric. This is a pretty dense fabric. I bought it to make flowers out of, but it's really thick. It's a huge, like, blanket type piece of fabric. I mean, if you guys want me to, I can put this on my mixed media, but it is a big, big sheet of fabric. So I just cut a little slice of that. I also have a little slice of lace. This is a lace tablecloth. I have some ribbon. And I also have these little wood chip things that I might paint white. So let's see what we're going to do. First things, I was thinking, I have nowhere to set anything because I've been working on like 3 projects simultaneously. Let's do this like this. This is from a book my dog chewed up right there. And you'll see that in the eco die. Let's fold this in half. It's sticking to my finger, kind of like this. I want to rip this edge actually. So it's a little more tattered. This edge I don't believe you'll see. And then just another piece of paper here. Put like this. Let's see, we got some fabric. I'm trying just to get a layout going. Let's rip a piece of this, 'cause maybe this dark. Oh, I don't like that it's white on the inside. That's kind of stupid. Let's just rip a piece of that off. Kind of looks like Vermont. From like here up, it looks like my state. Cut a piece of this vellum out. Maybe this corner down here on the bottom. And I could use my actual cutter to make sure it was really straight, but I don't think it's going to matter with how many layers we're going to put on this thing. Little piece of lace peeking out somewhere. I have this rough edge. That might look cool. Hang on. I'm trying to get it out. My finger keeps sticking to that wet wipe. So there's this tattered edge we could use. Or there's the actual lace I could use, or even fold. Stick that under somewhere. I don't know, I might use this frilly edge. But the way I cut it out for my frame, I don't have much, so hang on. I mean, obviously, I'd cut it more down to size. Something's weird. I like these three here. Maybe it's too vertical. I need to decide what a focal is going to be. Like what my focal is going to be. Am I going to build something on one of these? Okay, just took it off just to re-straighten this. But what if we put this lace inside? Just have it peeking out a little bit. This guy. My hands are so rough, it keeps sticking to my hands. What if we have it peeking out just a little bit like that? That when we lay that down on top of that paper. Now what if we use this one? This dark one. I'm going to start just committing to it in a minute. Just gluing stuff down. I got to get rid of this lettering. I don't want to cover up all of it. That's the thing. I like the background. That's kind of pretty. I got to start gluing something, so I think I'm going to do this. So let's just, because most of this is paper and fabric, hot glue should work. For like these top layers, I don't know how well it'll work long term for this paper to stick to this paper because it's kind of glossy. But you know what? I'm just going to put a little hot glue. We could also use like 3D stickers, like foam stickers to kind of keep, so you can tuck stuff in still. But if you don't glue at all, you can still, see, you could still tuck stuff under there. You know, I could still decide to put something under there. Okay, and then I think I am going to glue this one and this one. Maybe like that. Yeah, I like that. I also think I want to rip this edge just a little bit. That's going to change the look of what I just had, but that's okay. Yep. Okay, so let's glue that onto that. Something like this. Okay. And then let's glue this lace in. Sorry, my phone's charging and my hot glue gun's on the other side. Hang on, let me take my charger out of my phone so I don't keep bumping it when I go for my hot glue gun. And that was not a perfect fold there, as you can tell, but oh well. Okay. Now, trim this end off. Let's decide if we like this one and this one. Now, I don't have one of those fancy edge distressors, but I do have one of these, you know, these cuticle things, and that can kind of roughen up your edges a little bit. Okay, let's decide what we're doing here between those two. Or do we want to overlap even more? So this is the whole point of it, is really just trying to decide what you want, what draws your eye. You could use that to cover up that writing. I might just cover up the writing just like that. This piece. Trying to decide what color I like better. No, I think I like that. Okay, let's glue that down. Sometimes you just got to commit and see what you come up with. It might look cool at the end, might not. I don't think I need all of this, so I'm going to save that piece. Let's put this piece. Okay. And then let's see it before we... And that's what's fun about doing it, is you can layer so many damn times, and half of it you might not see, some of it you might. But all I'm using here are papers and a freaking wet wipe and a little bit of a lace tablecloth, a $10 lace tablecloth. So it really doesn't have to be fancy, fancy stuff. I think I gotta cut this nicer, which is why I'm having a hard time seeing it in with everything, because I didn't cut it. I haven't cut it nice enough. Let me cut it. I have a hard time cutting fabric's really hard to cut straight. It really, really is. If you fold it a little straighter. Just because it's hard to eyeball. Especially when you have a big thing of it. I mean, we could really cut it raggedy if we wanted to, like really raggedy. I think they're like big clocks and stuff. I like these colors here, so I want to keep those. I mean, I like the other ones too, if we went this way. Or maybe if I put the ruffle over here, because I have a ruffle over here. Let's see. I mean, pretty much now that I covered up the label, everything will be fine there. It's a good base. This feels crooked to me. I like that. I like that right there. I might use that, but I might tuck it in somewhere. So let me glue this to this. Right there. So then that's stuck to that, and then we have to glue it onto the paper too. So let me just make sure I don't want this fabric here. No, I think I liked it the other way better. Let me just stand up and look back. Yeah, I think that's got to come out like this. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue just to get it to hold. And you could always rip the glue up. Okay. So now all of this is really attached to each other. Not 100% secure, but enough. Now, do I want this fabric a little thinner? So let me see if I were to cut it in half. I don't want to cut it in half yet. I might be able to show more of the wood. Yeah, I'm going to cut this in half. And don't throw away your scraps because you can use all these little pieces for other things. Yeah, the back is cool looking, honestly. Just a little bit of it peeking. Like that. Oh, I like this. I'm starting to like this. I think it's pretty. Okay, so let's glue. Spin it. And you could really I mean, really, what much have we used here? Honestly, not much at all. Now, let me just cut a strip of this. Now, this is wired ribbon here, so which is helpful that it's wired. I want to see if I can melt these edges. Sometimes you can keep them from fraying if you hit them with a little heat. But you might want fraying. A little bit poking out at the top and a little bit poking out at the bottom. Might be pretty. I also have a piece of cardboard that we can use. I'm going to paint this white because I think I'm having a hard time seeing it if I don't paint it. And I'm thinking I could I'm going to paint 2 of them maybe, or even 3, just to see, because I can always use them when they're white again. I just want to see what we could build with them. It's too geometric, but maybe just 1. I don't know, maybe those don't even go. I don't think those go. I wonder if I have a smaller piece of cardboard. Oh, I know I do. Let me get a smaller piece of cardboard. I think I'm happy with this. I also want to glue this fabric to this, so let's glue that down. So everything's glued, but it's not glued to the base yet. No, I don't want to cover that up. What do you guys think? Could be like a greeting card for someone. Happy birthday card. I mean, it's plain on the back, so you could write, honestly, whatever you want on it. Okay, I gotta grab a couple more things. Let's grab some like flowers and some embellishments, and then we'll see where we're going. So I got some cardboard from a box from Amazon. I just ripped a little piece of this inside stuff off. I'm gonna leave it brown. I'm not. But what about up there? Does that break up this straight edge a little bit? What about that? No, I just made it too small, didn't I? So that's all I did with this white cardboard here, is just ripped. This is an Amazon box. Just rip this coating off, and you can use that for textured backgrounds. It's actually really an easy thing to use. Cheap. We all have it. And you could paint it. Okay, hang on. I gotta get this back. I almost should just glue it down so it doesn't keep moving. I kind of wanted to cover this up, was what I was just trying to do, but I don't want anything to be really straight on here if I can help it. Oh no. This is the hard thing about me recording this kind of stuff, is because I take a while to contemplate. and then 100 different ways, it looks good to me. Maybe I need to step back for a couple minutes. Take my eyes off it, because then your eyes can readjust. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump the camera after I itched my face. Yeah, maybe like that. I feel like I need to bring two parts together. Like I have a lot of ones, but I don't have... Let's see if I can do that with another piece of cardboard. And if I can't, then maybe another piece of vellum tucked under somewhere. Okay, that actually, I kind of like that. That brings that and that together. There. Let me cut another piece of vellum. Yeah, this Tim Holtz vellum paper, they're 12 by 12, and you get like one of each design. They're actually really kind of cool. I mean, you can get vellum you can print your own designs on, but it's kind of nice when you have pre-made designs. And that's the whole point of like papers and things, is they're pre-made. That's going right next to what I just had. It does look kind of cool, although I don't like where it ripped the edge. I can't separate that blue. I was going to try. See, so just, I mean, there's really not a lot of talking. You just gotta put it in 100 different spots and see what draws your, and you go, oh, love it. Nope, don't like it. Nope, don't like it. Just keep moving it all around. I mean, sometimes you do just gotta commit and go, okay, I'm just sticking it down, and go for it. Kind of like it there, actually. Okay, so I'm going to glue this cardboard down to this here. Now, it's not perfectly centered on the background yet, but I think I'm going to glue this cardboard right here. And I don't think I'm going to paint it white, because white might be way too much in these. If, like, say I set this way under here, I think white is just, yeah, too bright in all these neutrals. don't put tons of glue because on some materials you can rip them apart. Some materials you can't, and then you also want to leave edges where you can tuck things under. Later, when you're done, if you're like, okay, now I'm good, then you can tuck things down. If you don't want things to be loose like this, you can really glue them all down firmly later. But at this point, we're still making a lot of changes, so you kind of just want to be delicate with it, so maybe you can separate it. I mean, obviously, you know, I don't need to be gluing it down, but it's hard because things keep getting caught on my fingers and this and that. So you kind of at some point have to just start gluing things down just to get it, just to get it to stay still. What if I made this even a, ooh, I like that. If it was either going to make it skinnier or shorter. I'm really not good at cutting crap straight because I don't, so I should be using my thing, but when you're not on video, you can nitpick every single thing you want. Yeah, I think I like it right there. Let's see. Or under both. These are like little decisions, but and see, normally for me, I would take pictures. If I wasn't on my phone, I'd be taking pictures and going this way or that way and then looking at them both. Okay. Now, if I put that in there crooked, then I can always cut it the bottom edge straight. Okay. So there we go. I guess we're working in vertical lines mainly. A couple of horizontal things to break it up. But I mean, really, honestly, this project could go this way. You could decide what way's top and bottom on, you know, this way, this way. I think it looks different from all angles, and other people may not, but to me it does. If you look at it from different angles, look at things from different angles. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's get some finished focal pieces, like some flowers and some things to set on top of this. Look at this. I was just going through my stash and I found this old thank you tag with this little birdie on it. And we can also, you could stamp your own designs. Though I totally did not cut that straight. I really suck at cutting straight. Oops. Oh, I didn't even get it. And these bottom corners. Is it not straight still? There we go. I don't know if we're using it. Thought it kind of went. I also have a couple of things that I'm going to take pictures of and send to the group. I have this cool old comb. How cool would that be? I'm not going to use it in this project, but I saved it. Well, it's not an old comb. It came with something. Something random it came with, and I was like, what the hell? But that would look awesome in a project, no? Probably not this project, but in a project. I almost like that over there. I almost think that looks really pretty. Okay, so that's one idea. I had another idea where I got these big wood things, I believe on Amazon or Etsy. Just looking up wood. I could do something like this. I'm going to ask my Facebook group. Just set that right on and call it done. Maybe a couple mulberry flowers around it. I also have this one. And if these were on Amazon, I'll put them on Amazon, my Amazon page. I also have that one. I like both of them. Oh, I have a little guy. Actually, kind of like that. I have a couple little chipboard ones. Actually, kind of like that. These little chipboard ones. I must have used a lot of them. I don't know. Okay, let me take a couple pictures. I'll ask my Facebook group and see what they think. So after asking the group, now it is 11:12 p.m. in the United States, East Coast. So if they're West Coast, they're 10, 9, 8 o'clock at night. And other parts of the country, they're probably way, because someone instant messaged me the other day at 2 o'clock in the morning. So depending on where they are, I'm U.S. East Coast, okay? So I'm about 3 hours ahead of California. So this was option, now I have another one that doesn't have the green on it. This was option 1. A few people chose that. A whole bunch of people like 2. So a whole bunch of people like this. And then I got a few that liked 3. Now, after myself going around and kind of looking at things, I decided on, I think I'm going to go with my gut. I made these beautiful little flowers out of chiffon. And I think what I'm going to do is this. And these are really, really easy flowers. I'm going to post a video on how to make them. I'll probably already have that posted before I post this one. For me, I think that's really shabby chic. And for some reason, I'm in that mood this week because I'm making a project for my mom. So I think I'm going to go with this. My gut tells me go with this. And I think I'm going to give this to my mother-in-law for Mother's Day, if I can part with it. I have a hard time parting with things. I have all kinds of paintings and shit because I just have a hard time parting with them. So I think I'm going to go with this. So let me glue this little bird down. I can't go to bed until I decide. I really like how that hot glue gun stands up. I just hate how it doesn't have an off button. That's the one thing that irritates me the most, is it doesn't have an on-off button. But I just glue that really crooked. Nah, it's not too bad. Yeah, this is a great hot glue gun because, I mean, you set it down and it stays. But I have to plug it in every time. And I know I've said that, but it is... Because then I end up leaving it on because I don't want to bend down and unplug it if I'm just going to need it in 5 minutes. Like if I, run upstairs and go pee, normally I would feed the dogs, let them out for 10 minutes or whatever upstairs. Normally I just hit the off button. But if I have to unplug it, I don't want to hit the off button. I really like these. I mean, that is the most prettiest fabric. I really, like I said, I don't do much fabric work. I don't do much seamstress work or anything like that. So I've never really held chiffon in my hands, but on Amazon when I was buying it, it looked like ace bandage, like what you would wrap your arm in. But in real life, it is so delicate. Okay, that's how I think I'm going to do it. I almost think this bird's a little crooked. Yep. Okay. And you want this one? This petal seems to want to drive upwards, so I might angle him. There's another little hair on it, like this. My mother-in-law has tons and tons of bird feeders. One, I think Mother's Day, I got her a nice glass bird feeder. It's like a mosaic glass one. She loves their bird feeders. Okay, and then we got to glue the backing down. First, I have these little boards that I used to wood burn on. It's just like I think it's 8 by 8, honestly, because it's almost the size of that. I think I'm just going to glue it to this. But I need to get the back on this, so. But I need to make sure it's centered as good as I can get it, or where I want it, and as straight as I want it. So I might just do it like this. Because I'm giving it to my mother-in-law, if anything were to ever come off, really I should use 3D gel, because this cover is really glossy, glossier than the paper is that came in it. So I don't know how long this hot glue will stick to it. If it's going to stick for 20 or 30 years, because she will keep it for 20 or 30 years, I guarantee you. I mean, she has race cars, like cheap McDonald's freaking Happy Meal race cars that she kept for my fiance. Like, he doesn't want that crap. But she keeps everything. Everything. So she'll have this for absolutely ever. I mean, the fabrics hot glued together are going to stick fine. It's just, you know, like this vellum and this kind of stuff. So I really should jam some gel medium down in places. If I was going to sell it, I definitely would. And I actually kind of like the fact that this stuff's loose. This I might glue down a little bit more. I need some more hot glue, because I do want to glue it to the backing. And my other glue gun, when I put it only, until it was sucked in the main part, it only went in this far, so it would fall out. So you'd see me, I'd be holding it with, I'd be pushing the glue gun with my mouth right here to get it to stay in until it reached this part. This one actually, like, you actually have to push it in there, which is nice. It holds. And then I was going to glue it to this. Now, side to side is perfect. Top to bottom is where I'm going to have to try to make it as even as possible. So that's what I got to try to do. And that actually looks good there. So let me maybe just tack down a side. And then I can lift up the other side and get up underneath it. I really like this, actually. I really, really like this. Where's my eraser? My little container that holds all my stuff today fell on the floor. You know, and that was just a freaking gift tag. With it looks like a stamp dip. That's a pretty stamp. If anybody has that stamp and knows where to get it, let me know. I've never even looked for it. I just all of a sudden think it's a pretty stamp. I like people to know that there's actual layers, so I want it to kind of still be up a little bit, and like I kind of like all of this, you know? Kind of want it to all be tattered and rough edged and stuff, you know? Very nice. And I'll write her a little note on the back. So I'm actually really happy with that. This took a little longer than I thought. It's going to be about an hour video. But, you know, it was fun and really did not use anything major. Homemade flowers with little beads in the center. Again, on my Amazon mixed media, my Amazon Ambassador mixed media tab. This was a little gift tag, some fabrics, ribbon, an old baby cloth that I used to wipe up some alcohol inks, a lace tablecloth, and some papers. Some papers I dyed out of a book my dog chewed up when he was a puppy. Some cardboard. I mean, really stuff. So just do it with whatever you have. Just try to stick in the same color range. Build a lot of layers. You know? Just have fun. That's what I love about it. It's fun. So just go, just try, and just enjoy and relax. And I will see you guys next time.